Everybody, how's it going? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, being brought to you by Stagefront VIP, being joined with the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya, Alexis Rocha. He's rising for his future. If he gets past this fight, when do we see him fight for a title? And do you think against whom is the most likely for him?
Him winning this fight on the 28th, I believe he's next in line for Terence Crawford. So that's a decision that we'll have to make when the time comes. But I believe he has his hands full on the 28th of this month. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be an entertaining fight. I'm excited because this YouTube theater is just, it's so intimate for boxing, and it's how you can reach out and touch the fighters, right? Even if you're sitting in the back seat or in the bleachers, right? It's just so intimate. So I'm really excited that Golden Boy Promotions is the first promoter to stage a fight here. So many more to come. We're excited to be the first ones, but we won't be the last ones. That's for sure.
What does that leave the status of Vergil then? Because I think for the longest time, Vergil was like the number one mandated for the WBO. So if he wins, Alexis wins this, like, is Vergil and Alexis then going to have to fight in order to have the right to fight Crawford?
Look, I mean, I'm not the organizations, you know, the WBO, WBC, WBA. It's all a bit confusing, but we do know that Alexis Rocha is next in line for a world title, as is Vergil Ortiz. He does have a fight programmed. His opponent fell through, and we have to reschedule that fight for a couple of months in the near future. But I strongly believe that Alexis Rocha is almost there. He's knocking on everybody's door, and that's what it's exciting, because he's local. He's from here. He's a young kid who is a hard worker, who has a great following. You know, he's a role model, and I think that's what a lot of kids need these days is role models like Alexis Rocha.
Speaking of Vergil, when's the exact date you feel that we'll see him back? And is it still the plan to have him against Stanionis, or are you looking for someone else now?
No, the plan is to have him against the same opponent, Stanionis. We're now discussing, as we speak, we're discussing possible dates. We probably will have to move it maybe a month ahead of time, but as long as Stanionis is in great health and he recovers, then we can stage that fight, and we'll see what happens with Vergil Ortiz. But Vergil Ortiz is a fighter who is going to be a superstar. I believe that if he beats Stanionis in a spectacular fashion, then I believe that Vergil Ortiz will be one of the most avoided fighters out there in boxing, from world champions, current world champions. So yeah, we'll take it one step at a time, and then when the time comes, we'll see who he's going to fight for that world title.
You've been updating several of the media members about the Ryan Garcia Gervonta fight. You're saying that you're going to try to make the deal happen today, that you have a meeting with Ryan. Given that, are you happy with what was presented to you? Because I know there's been a lot of talk that there was a lot of meeting in the middle to make that deal. Like, you as Golden Boy, are you happy with what was presented? And are we going to for sure 110% get that fight on April 15th?
Yeah, look, the terms have been agreed upon. Everything is agreed upon. The venue, the monies, everything has been agreed upon. The split for the fighters, for Tank, for Ryan, everything is great. All we need is to put it on the long form. That's basically it. So I've never heard of a fight getting made a day before the fight, or the week of the event. It's unheard of. So I don't know exactly what Espinoza was talking about. Especially when you're working with a different promoter like us and PBC. So I'm hoping that we get this signed today, because there's no signed deal whatsoever. It's all talk right now. We have agreed to terms, but look, I've always said that you don't have a deal until it's a signed deal, and that's just the way business works. So, and that's the way we work. And but I'm talking to Ryan Garcia today, as right after this press conference, I'm going over to Golden Boy headquarters and sitting down with Ryan and I should have a contract by then, so we can get this show on the road.
April 15th, I know you tweeted like, hey, maybe that's not the best date. Are you still sticking with that, the April 15th date, or are you guys thinking maybe moving it to May?
Well, look, I mean, April 15th, it's right around the corner. And we have to start promoting, and we have to start, putting our heads together and putting the undercard together and getting the venue. And so there's a lot of work to be done. So I'm hoping that we can get this contract signed today. That's the bottom line. I mean, look, I did give the deadline yesterday, but I heard from Ryan's side, and they are going into the office today, Tuesday, and so hopefully we can get this wrapped up.
You're confident, huh?
I'm confident. I'm confident it will happen, and I'm confident that it's going to be one of the best fights that we've seen in recent years.
That's great news to hear. Oscar, as always, great catching up with you. Thank you so much.
You got it, brother.